Did you know shaving cream isn't just for shaving? Here are a few shaving cream hacks to help you in your home. Use it on a rug. This rug has chocolate and red wine on it. Spray on some shaving cream, blot and rub it with a damp rag or sponge. Let it sit overnight. The next day, vacuum it up and your spot should be gone. If you have a tough spot, you may have to repeat the steps a few times. Got a squeaky door? Spray a little shaving cream on the hinge. Rub it in, move the door a little bit, and then wipe it up. Your squeak should be gone. Use it to clean stainless steel appliances. I clean my microwave, my dishwasher, and my oven. I learned that not all stainless steels are created equal. Sometimes they need an additional step. All that means is that you need to moisturize it with some olive oil. Simply rub it in and you are set to go. Use it to clean your jewelry. Put a little on your jewelry, rub it in with a toothbrush. Rinse it off and your rings and jewelry will sparkle. Use it to shine your chrome and brass faucets in your sinks, showers, and tubs. Use it to clean and defog your mirrors. Use it in your bathroom to clean your shower doors and tile. Simply spray it on, rub it in, and rinse it off. It works like scrubbing bubbles. Got paint on your hands? Use some shaving cream to get it off. Spray some shaving cream in your hands and rub your hands together. Afterwards, wipe it with a cloth and it'll be gone. It works great as a spot cleaner. Spray a little shaving cream onto the spot on your carpet. Rub it in with a damp cloth or sponge, let it dry overnight, the next day vacuum over it and your spot will be gone.
Our first repair, you're going to go to your toilet, take off the back of the lid. Take some Kool-Aid and dump it in the tank in the back. We're checking for leaks that goes into the toilet bowl. If you see any discoloration, especially lines running down the bowl, you know that it's leaking and it's time to repair it and get a new flapper. Next, we're going to go to the grout on the floor. Oh, it gets so dirty. All you have to do is take some toilet bowl cleaner, especially the gel formula. Go ahead and place it on the grout and let it sit there for about 5 minutes. Go ahead and grab you one of those old toothbrushes and you're going to give it a good scrubbing. Not too hard, but just enough, and you're going to start seeing the color change. Grab a sponge, wipe it all up, and look at the difference. It restored that grout to its original color. How about when somebody goes in and out of the front door and rattles your door, or especially when the air conditioner comes on? The way to stop the rattling is to grab a cabinet door bumper or felt that goes under a chair door like we have here. Cut it to size, place it on the door jamb, and look at that. The door will no longer rattle. How about when you're moving furniture and you got that dent in the carpet that you just can't get rid of no matter how many times you vacuum over it? Take some ice, place it on the dent, let it sit there for a good 15 to 20 minutes. After that time, remove the ice and take a fork and rub it out. Blend in those fibers and you're going to restore that carpet back to its original look. How about a shower head that doesn't work correctly or has rust stains on it? What you have is mineral deposits inside the shower head. You don't have to remove it, just take a baggie, pour some vinegar in there. Take that bag, place it over your shower head, secure it with a clip or a rubber band, and you're going to let it sit overnight. As you can see on the next day, a lot of that mineral deposits came through and is sitting in the bag. Remove the bag gently and carefully. Go ahead and take a sponge, wipe it all off. It gets rid of the rust stains, and look at that. That shower head works perfectly. How about trying to hang one of those pesky pictures or clocks on the wall that have a string? Catching those on the nail can be a pain. Just grab you a fork, put it on the nail, make sure it's secure, put the string or the wire around the fork, lower it into position, and it will catch the nail every time. The locks on our door can wear out over time. It's just a mechanism inside. Don't use a liquid spray or any kind of lubricant that way. Grab a pencil. Graphite is a natural lubricant and doesn't dry out. Just rub it all over the teeth. Put it in a couple of times. It'll lubricate, and look at that. Smooth action every time.
I have some great kitchen hacks for you guys. First one is back to school is here, and you may have some Ziploc bags and you need a snack bag. And what do you do when you need a tiny bag? Well, you take a little cloth napkin and iron, put that on top of your bigger Ziploc bag, and that's going to seal it at the bottom. Then you can put your little carrots inside or pretzels or whatever little snacks that you want, and you have a perfect little snack bag. And then you're going to just grab some scissors and then trim off the end, and you are good to go, and this can go right into a little lunch bag. Now, everybody has been here before. You have a chip bag and you do not have a clip to close your open bag. What do? Well, I'm going to show you a cool hack, and you don't need any clips. You're going to take it and fold it over both sides, forming a triangle, and then you're going to flip your bag over and start rolling it down just a little bit at a time. And then you're going to flip it back over, and you're going to see those little ends that were still left from your triangle, and you're going to fold those over, and that seals it. And then that's it. You can shake it, nothing's going to come out. Our next hack is you have a knife, you're going to cut a tomato and it's dull. What do? And you don't have a sharpening stone. You can grab a ceramic cup, flip it over, and you can sharpen it right there, because that is the same thing as a stone. Then you're going to cut through your tomato, and you have a totally sharp knife. Our next hack is for the crafter. So what do you do when you don't have a place to put your paints for your art project? Well, how about grab an egg carton? The little egg cups are the perfect place to store your colors, and then you can see them displayed while you're working on your project. And then you can grab your paint brushes and you can store them right in the center. And then that way you don't have to lean them on the table or get anything on your work surface. Our next kitchen hack is an easy way to take the shells off of a hard-boiled egg. So you're going to grab a little Tupperware, a small one, put the lid on, and it's best if you have at least 2 eggs in there, because they work off of each other. So you're going to shake it up, not too hard, just enough that it's hitting the sides. And then look, it totally slid off. And then the other one, watch when you go to grab the skins, it totally slides off because it's been loosened by going back and forth against the sides of your Tupperware. Now I'm going to show you something really cool and super cute for your next party that you can do with your little hard-boiled eggs. You're going to grab some saran wrap and roll it out on your table, and then grab 4 skewers. And they are about 1 inch or maybe 3/4 of an inch apart. And then you're going to grab 2 eggs and butt them up against each other and start rolling the eggs towards the skewers. And the goal is to get the skewers to be evenly spaced all the way around. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab something to tie it off. I use these little ties because I just happen to have them in my house. But you can use whatever you have on hand. You can use some rubber bands or some string, whatever you have on hand. And you're going to pull those tight so the skewers are kind of indenting into the eggs. And you're never going to guess what we're going to make after we take this apart. So then you're going to put this in the fridge for about 15 minutes. And then you're going to take off your little binding that you have around it and unroll the saran wrap, and it's going to expose the eggs that have like a little indent all the way around. And we're going to cut these into, what do you think? Little flowers. How cute is that? They are literally little tiny flowers, and they would be so cute on a charcuterie board or even to put in a lunch for your kids. I hope you guys love these hacks, and I hope you try them for yourself. And until next time, I'm Michelle from Bella Branch DIY, and thanks for watching Home Talk.